We went for the sunset watching, but on the day we went, it was gloomy, drizzling, and we didn't get to see the sunset. But it was nice and enjoyable experience and get to know other people as well. We saw a few monkeys as well. I liked everything very much. At the end of the tour, the organizers treat all the participants to a watermelon emoji. It was nice. There were no problems with the transfer. The driver and future guide picks you up from the hotel to the final point. Cons that I can highlight. The tour lasts very little time. You don't have time to enjoy everything. I highly recommend coming on your own and renting a kayak with no time limit. Search on Google Maps by the words, Thailand Kayak Krabi. As part of the group, you often want to stop and enjoy the place, but there is no opportunity. The tour guide does not tell you anything along the way, but only accompanies the group. I recommend coming at sunset. This is the most beautiful and comfortable time. Kayaking tour is a unique and breathtaking experience that offers a tranquil escape into nature. You'll paddle through mangrove forests, limestone caves, and canyons, surrounded by lush greenery and diverse wildlife, including monkeys, birds, and tropical fish. Fantastic time in the bay and cave with beautiful sunset view and nice journey. One thing not worth it is the barbecue food. Don't add the food as the food is not great. Other than that, highly recommend the tour. Pickup was early in a nice spacious van. The number of participants were just nice. There were 2 guides with us, and after the briefing we're off. Equipment were up to par. Very tiring experience for those new to kayaking, but the view was worth the effort. The guides were patient and we were lucky as it was the king tide, so we were able to maneuver into the shallower parts of the mangrove. We'll really recommend it, but check for the tide first to get the full experience. We were thankful we managed to do this completely, even though the weather forecasted heavy rains from around 11 a.m. Initially it was fun, but a bit difficult 1/3 of the way as the rains started. The last 1/3 was really scary with heavy pouring rains, winds and waves, as we did this just in time and left Krabi the next day, before the major storms hit Thailand, with a low-pressure depression causing heavy storm in the whole of Thailand. Nevertheless, thankfully the strong winds abated and rains became lighter, and we managed to finish even though we were out in the sea away from coast to get back to the coast. I would advise to not go during strong rains as it is difficult to paddle against wind and waves, and it is scary if the winds push you out to sea. We followed the guide, but really the effort is all on you. After reading everyone's comments, I was worried that I didn't exercise on weekdays and my physical strength was not good, so I considered paying a helper to help row the boat. However, the store required us to have a boat for 2 people, and the fee for the boat was 300 times 2 equals 600. A total of 6 of us had to pay 1,800 yuan for 3 boats. Later we decided to save money and row slowly by ourselves. Maybe it's the relationship between the 2 of us, or maybe it's because we took photos and videos while paddling. In short, we didn't suffer from arm soreness. Instead, we experienced it ourselves, which gave us many rare experiences and memories. However, the tour guide would always speak in English along the way. I reminded that the event only had 2 hours of rowing experience. In order not to annoy me with his repeated reminders, I tried my best to row to the top 3 to avoid being at the bottom. The scenery is beautiful and it is a very special experience. It is recommended to wear a swimsuit because your clothes can easily get wet from the waves, so you can bring a change of clothes to change into. There is a shower room on site. Because we didn't bring any clothes to change, we got on the shuttle bus and wore slightly wet swimsuits in the wind for nearly 30 minutes. Later, when we came back, a family member caught a cold because of it, so it is recommended to bring clothes to change on site. Pickup was relatively close to the quoted time. We really enjoyed the path through the mangroves. It was a reasonable amount of time on the water. There are a couple of rest spots to take in the view. Look out for the monkeys because they will jump onto your kayak. Loved every bit of this nature tour. We were the only people in the tour, so it was like a private tour for us. The sound of the water and the sleeping nature is soothing to your ear. I guess the only place where you could kayak inside the mangrove forests.